What's up, young grump? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's going on, man? Thanks for jumping on.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, man. I have found you from Ramil page, and when you was using that
Cool.
slave mentality and everything. Hold on, am I
Right.
breaking up? Or you can hear me good?
No, you're good. You're just kind of low a little. You're a little low.
All right, you hear me now?
Oh yeah, yeah. Much better. Much better.
Yeah, my bad. I'm driving right now, but like
Mm.
I got like the headset thing set up. But anyways, I found you from Ramil page, and what attracted me to your page was when you saying the slave mentality, and I didn't get insulted by it or nothing, because it's like I used to have that mindset of like when you lease a car and like you believe that you have ownership of it, but you don't have the title in your name. Same thing that goes for people who are apparently quote unquote homeowners, but they have a mortgage for 30 years. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. And there's many things. It's like the mentality, like you gotta do the opposite. So I'm learning a lot from your channel. I just want to say that.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. I
Yeah. And,
go.
oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying like what made you like I'm pretty sure that you're like, middle age, but what made you like what's that word, like change your mindset to like circumvent the slave mentality to like free yourself from it.
Well, the best way I can describe that, because first I didn't know I was a slave. Okay, so I was a top tier engineer, computer engineer in virtualization.
Good.
I was doing that for 20 years. I was making six figures, living in a nice apartment, driving a nice car. And I remember I was up in my place, and according to the slaves, that means I made it, right? I'm making six figures with a good job, got this and that. And slaves say, hey, if you got, this is what social media says, if you make six figures and you live here and you do that and you got this type of job, you're somebody. Only slaves think that way, right?
That's true.
And so I remember being there, and I remember something was missing. I couldn't figure out what was missing. I was like, something's missing, man. So what do I do? Just sit here and work to my job till I'm 65 years old, and then I enjoy life? I said, that can't be right. There's no way that can be right. No way, right? And so I remember, the best way I can describe it, I just remember saying it out loud several times, that this cannot be life. Okay. And that's the weird part. Okay. That's the different side I don't really talk about on this side. But the next thing you know, I started Googling debt on, I just start debt, this, debt, that, or whatever. I don't know why I was Googling debt, but I was just Googling debt. Right. And then I came across Dave Ramsey, and Dave Ramsey said, take the math that you learned in grade school and apply it to your finances, and you'll win with money. And here I am, a college educated dude making all this money, high advanced computer engineer, but I didn't know to use basic math on my finances. I was like, it can't be that easy. And then when I did it, I freed myself. That's how it happened. That's what woke me up.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's like it programmed, especially like when you said this one thing that you said that was powerful. You said mathematics is not. I don't. I'm like quoting it, like requoting it. But you
Mhm.
said mathematics is
Okay, you broke up. You broke up. We couldn't hear you.
not. Say that again because it made sense though.
Hey, you got to repeat what you just said, because
Yeah,
you
you
broke
said
up your voice too.
mathematics don't have emotions.
Right. Okay.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So you said something. Yeah, a while back that you said mathematics don't have emotions or mill
Mm-hmm.
panel one time.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain that again because that made sense to me. It's like sometimes people use mathematics, and then sometimes when it does like to brothers of ours, they'll use emotions over mathematics.
Right. So this is the best way, and I'm glad you asked that question, and I'm glad you're asking those types of questions, because I want you to know, when you people that start to get it, they ask the questions that you're asking. Okay. People that don't get it don't know to ask the questions that you're asking me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Then don't look at it like it's weird. I just want you to think about what I'm gonna ask you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me how you feel about 1 + 1 = 2. How do you feel about that?
There's no emotion there. It,
Right. There's no emotion. That's the same way with money. You
yeah.
can't, if math didn't exist, math and money are one, right? Math and money are one. If math didn't exist, you wouldn't have the ability to count money. So that makes them one. Okay.
Yeah.
So the only thing that can separate math from money are feelings. So if a person finances a car knowing that they're going to pay more, that's because that's how they feel. They want that car really bad. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it now.
See? So when somebody get emotional, that you go up to a person and say, hey man, you're not a homeowner if you have a mortgage. A person like that will get emotional from that response, right? From you saying that. But then you got to think to yourself, why are you getting upset when you know it's mathematically true?
Okay. Yeah,
See what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
get it. Yeah.
That's why when I say slave, only slaves get offended. That's why I say the word slave. But then when they try to mix up the word slave, I use the statement. I say, hey man, have you ever heard of borrower slave to the lender? And 9 times out of 10, people say, yeah. Then I say, why are you getting mad? The bank, if you have a mortgage, the bank's the lender and you're the slave. Why are you getting upset? That doesn't make any sense.
Uh, yeah. Okay, I get it. It's just I think it's the wiring. Like when growing up, especially when parents, you
Hmm.
know, they repeat the bad habits and they don't become aware of it. So I think that's why they get easily offensive with it. But
Correct.
it's true though. Honestly, you are a slave. Like you don't own. If you lease a car and if you got a mortgage on the house, you don't own those things. You just
No.
slaving your time and the years of your life to get close to owning it. But like how you said, if your student loan is older than your mortgage loan, it's going to be mathematically impossible to pay that off.
Correct. And the bank knows that. Now you gotta make, and you're saying key things. You keep saying like they're programmed to do this. That is true what you're saying. And I'm not saying that's a guess or it's sort of kind of, no, that's true, because you got to remember, I want you to understand something. Once you get out of debt, you'll clearly see this. The whole economy would not work without slaves. We need slaves to be there we need slaves to finance washer and dryers, clothes, shoes, cars, houses. We need them. That's important.
Yeah, it's like the slaves are like the oil for the every economy in every country. You got
Correct.
to have some slaves with that mindset in order for the
Correct.
economy to go.
Correct. They don't know people that are debt free. I mean, slaves don't know that people like me exist.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is true.
They don't know I exist. I can see how I can talk openly like I'm talking openly right here on YouTube. They can't hear me.
You making sense.
I promise you, man, they can't hear me. It's just like the Matrix, the movie. I promise you, they cannot hear me.
That is true. That
It's
is.
true. Now think of the movie The Matrix. Now how that shit, you look at that movie now, you're like, damn, that shit was true. It's
That,
true.
yeah, that's my favorite movie. I still got on VHS. I watch all three, but The
Oh
Matrix
yeah.
One is my favorite.
Now
And
look at it from a debt-free perspective. Take that same movie and then come and use it. Say that's called the debt matrix now, and then see what I'm talking about. You'll see it's real.
it's in people's faces, but they hear you talking, but they don't hear you.
They can't hear me.
And if they like if emotions involved, they might try to overthrow you or something. They might think that you, no offense, but quote unquote, they might think you're doing coon talk or something like that. I'm speaking for our brothers, though. But
No,
like
I
how you said,
understand. And you know, so crazy when I hear that. This what I do. I tune them out because I don't listen to slaves.
yeah, that is true, and it makes you get sleep at night. They don't get sleep at night, pretty much.
Right.
Like you don't be thinking about them, but once in the blue moon, they'll think about what you said, and they'll just override it with you
Well,
talking
they'll
crazy.
start talking about things that don't make mathematical sense. As soon as they start doing that, those are feelings, and then I immediately tune them out. I don't even hear them.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, don't waste your time with it. But some people, you keep doing you're going to attract like me and many others. Because I'm 25 and like it took me 2 years to have like a similar mentality that you're on, but you got years on your belt behind it.
And
But
I want you to understand something too, right? I want you to understand that the time between me and you is irrelevant because
oh, okay.
math is timeless.
Oh, there we
It
go. You put
it doesn't matter that I'm 50 and you're how old are you?
25.
Does it matter that 1 + 1 = 2? I know that because I'm 50. Hey man, I know 1 + 1 = 2 because I'm 50. That doesn't even make sense, right?
Okay, I see you going
See what
there.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's all you got to do is time is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. As long as you trust math, that's it. Like, are you in debt now?
yeah. I'm currently in debt, but I'm paying off my debt though.
Okay, so
And
let's say this. Okay, I want to show you something. Okay, and I don't know if you heard me do this, right? I can show you that money doesn't even exist for you.
all right.
All right. Do you got any cash on you right now?
Yeah, I just went to the ATM. I got $180 on me right now.
Just pull out a bill and tell me what it is.
Pull out a bill. Okay.
All right.
My $20 bill, it says
No, just tell me what it is. It's a 20?
yes, 20, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make that $20 bill disappear from your hand right in front of your face.
All right.
And you're gonna tell everybody that's listening that it disappeared. Hopefully.
Okay.
All right. I want you to go $20 minus your total debt equals how much money you have in your hand. Is the $20 still in your hand or not? Did it disappear or not? Do you still have it?
It disappeared.
Okay, congrats. Ta-da!
It
See, thank
disappeared.
you. Tell the audience that it disappeared. Tell them.
It disappeared. The $20 it don't exist no more now.
Ta-da! Thank you. I'm out. I want to thank my mom for having me. Thank you, Dad, for.
Yeah, that was a good one, right? That's amazing, right there. I get what
So
you're saying.
So right now, I'm just showing you something. Money doesn't even exist. So say like this. Say like this. Say like since it doesn't exist, we can swap that 20. Imagine me taking $20, that $20 bill out of your hand and putting it. I'm gonna put an ounce of gold that's worth $2,000 in your hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the $2,000 of gold minus your total debt equals how much value of gold to you. How much is the value of gold to you? Is how much is it?
So you said nothing.
Exactly. Ta-da! Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Oh snap! Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. So it's like my debt is like altogether is like close to like $8,000 though that I'm in debt. But I be hearing people. It don't matter if you're in 60.
Don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't compare your debt with other people in debt. Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. But
when you catch yourself, this is important. I want you to learn how to catch yourself when you do that. Hey, at least my debt is not like so and so's debt. Don't do that. You're comparing yourself to slaves. Stop doing that.
Okay, that's not good. That's not good right there. Mm-hmm. But I'm in debt currently as we speak, and I see what's going on. So I'm doing the things, taking the little baby steps to get out of it. Of course, working a job and starting a YouTube channel and still reading books on residual income, getting rid of liabilities and start investing in assets. I'm like slowly getting on that process.
I can help you skip light years, man. All you got to do is sign up with me. I can create the plan for you, man. I can help you skip all that stuff you're talking about. You're talking about a whole bunch of stuff, man. I can help you.
Yeah, I can help you skip all that.
Huh?
I said, I believe I went on your website when I first subscribed to you and I saved it in my bookmarks. So I definitely could hit a consultation up from you.
Well, what I'm trying to tell you, man, I can help you skip light years. Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm just listening what you're saying, and you're saying a whole bunch of things that you don't know that you're saying them. You know why? And this is not to say anything bad to you. I want to clearly help you understand something. When you're in debt, you speak debt. Okay. When you're debt free, you speak another language, but now you speak both. You'll speak both. You'll speak debt and debt free.
Oh snap!
Okay. So when you get out of debt, you'll know. Now you'll speak two languages, right? So whatever business that you create, you'll know exactly what to do because you speak both languages. So you'll know how to sell to slaves.
Okay, well, that's just straight the cold-hearted truth. Like how you said, I was just speaking a lot of stuff that I didn't know about.
Correct.
Because I was reading the books on it, but I definitely gonna hit you up though on the back.
And the reason why I'm saying this to you, because once you get out of debt, because $8,000 is not nothing. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. $8,000 is nothing, right? But once you get out of debt, the same thing is gonna happen to you. When you start hearing people speak debt, you're gonna tell them. You're gonna be like, "Hey, man, you don't know you're speaking debt." You're gonna say the same thing. You watch.
Okay.
You'll see.
That's on point, though. I appreciate that. You definitely looking out, putting people on, and only the people who like when you call, like if you go to a group of people and you be like something slaves and they get mad, it'll be like that 2% out of them that'll be like, wait a second, why is he considering me being a slave? And I believe I'm like that 2% that I'll think of it. I'll be like, I wonder why he's comparing me to that or saying that about
you are the people that I'm trying to reach. Because you are I guarantee you're the person that's been probably walking around financially and like, man, something don't make sense, man. Something's just not making sense.
Yeah.
I'm not getting ahead. No matter how many jobs I get, I'm still not getting ahead. Something doesn't make sense. How I know this, you're that person, because you're asking the right questions.
Okay.
You got to understand that slaves don't know to ask the questions that you're asking of me. They don't even know that.
Oh, dang.
They don't even know that.
It's just, I think it's just curiosity, and you're right. I think it's just like a gut feeling. Like, it don't add up mathematically, and it
Exactly.
just,
That's why you hear me, because you know my math is right.
yeah, completely.
Now, I guarantee you see that trick that I did on you?
Yeah.
Go do that same trick to a slave, and they'll say the $20 is still in their hand. They will say it.
Even the gold part too. The gold
Even
part,
the
they'll be
gold,
like,
do it. Do it. They'll argue with you. You try it. Go and test it,
yeah, the
and then
gold.
come back.
Oh no, I think that probably, to be honest, where I'm from, that probably damn leaving a fist fight or something right there. Because I ain't intentionally
Exactly.
do it. I isolate myself from that. I just work and I study because they
I
get
only talk
offended.
about this on my channel. You think I'm gonna walk around and a bunch of million unconscious slaves and start talking when I'm talking? No, man, I'll be getting in the fight.
They'll probably they'll hop on you, or they'll probably
Yeah.
just cuss
For
you
what?
out or something.
I know. Hey, man, that's not true. Yeah, it is. I'm not arguing. I don't argue with slaves.
I feel you, man, and that's good. That's how you. As soon as you said emotions get involved, you quickly like pull back. So that's good.
You just be quiet. Why do you like I said earlier, why do you think they can't see me? They can't hear me. They
Yeah.
physically see me. They can say, "Hey, that's LJ," but they don't know that I'm dead. They don't know there's another side of things, right? They don't know that.
No, not at all.
And if I can bring somebody like you at your age over here at such a young age, man, you're gonna kill it for the rest of your life. Like, for example, let me give you an example so you can understand what it means.
Okay.
Your living expense is your largest expense, right? Your living expense.
You asking what is it?
Your living expense is your largest expense, right? Your monthly expense, your rent, your or whatever you
Oh
have.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
If you get a house and you pay it off quickly, you have just eliminated the largest expense for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that is true because they be 30, 60-year mortgage payments.
No, forget all that. Just listen to what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
Get a house and pay it off quickly. You will never have to pay mortgage again or rent for the rest of your life.
Dang.
You will have just eliminated, while millions and millions of people are paying it, you won't be paying it. It won't even
Ooh.
exist for you. It won't even exist.
And that adds up. That's when money can start saving.
Oh yeah, you don't invest in a paid off house. Don't worry about anything outside of you earning the stock market. All that shit is an illusion to slaves. That doesn't exist. I just showed you that money doesn't even exist for them. Whose money do you think they're investing in the stock market if money doesn't exist for them? Whose money do you think that is?
Oh, say that again?
I said, I just showed you that money doesn't even exist for people in debt, right? I just showed you that, right?
Yeah.
So when you hear slaves investing in the stock market, whose money do you think they're investing in the stock market?
Oh, it's not their money. Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I was talking about
Exactly.
investing.
It's the
Yeah,
bank's
investing in
money. It
dollars.
has to be. It has to be
Yeah,
the
that's the
bank's
bank
money.
money. Yeah, that's not their money. They invest in somebody else's money.
So that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about what they're investing in. Invest in yourself by paid off house. It'll pay you monthly because you won't have a monthly mortgage to pay.
Yeah, that's true. That's the biggest. You said the biggest debt is your living expense monthly.
Correct.
Okay, boom. That's a token. That's a gem right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciate that right there. That's definitely gonna hit you up on the back end for real, and like
All right.
put some action behind it because there's other people that could
I got
just,
the blueprint, man. I got the
yeah,
blueprint. The quicker
I can
you do
see.
it, the quicker you're gonna be a millionaire. You stop messing around. I promise you.
Yeah, you're right about that. And like I see people could just talk about it. I'm pretty sure you came across a lot of people who act like they know what they're talking about when it comes to finances,
Right.
and it's just a lot of talking, but ain't no action or nothing behind it.
You will be able to see them from a million miles away.
Okay, see, that's good. That's good right
Nobody
there.
did. Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example so you can understand. Once you're debt free,
Yeah.
your credit report will be one page with all zeros, not your credit score. I'm just talking about your debt. Okay.
Okay.
It'll be one page with all zeros. You don't do anything financially with anyone that doesn't have a credit report that matches yours.
Oh snap. Okay. I just thought I had to think about that for a minute.
Slaves don't know that.
Oh snap. Yeah, that's a different. That's not
Anybody you
hidden
come
knowledge.
across that say they talking financial gain, you say, "Hey, let me see your personal credit report, and I'll believe every word you're saying." If I can't see your personal credit report, I don't believe nothing you're saying or anything I'm seeing.
And then I be hearing some people say something about. I know this don't feel right, but they say there's good credit and there's bad credit. No, good debt and bad debt.
Now, remember what I just told you about feelings? Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
See how they're adding their feelings? You got to ask it every time you hear somebody say good or bad, you got to ask yourself, why are they adding their feelings? You know why they say good debt and bad debt? That's how they feel about debt.
Oh, okay. See, yeah.
That's all they're telling you. Hey, this is bad debt. According to who? You? Oh, okay. You feel bad about that debt? Okay. Thank you for telling me. I don't know why you're telling me that. This is good debt. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me how you feel about it.
I get it now. It's like
See?
you cracking the code on how to bypass through all that stuff right
You
there.
you'll stop hearing feelings.
Yeah, you'll stop hearing it. Okay. See, I learned something just now. That's good right there. Because they always put a facade on emotions when it comes to like
Correct.
money and debt like that. I think it's easy
Correct.
to persuade people or something, but dang.
Well, most slaves believe their house that with a mortgage, they believe it's an asset. Ask them. Hey, man, you think your house is an asset? They'll tell you yes.
They believe that?
Yeah.
Oh man. They probably believe their car's an asset if they don't
They,
have like no but
they believe the equity in the house is theirs that they don't even own.
oh snap.
They added to their port. They added to their net worth too. They'll do all that kind of stuff. They have no idea what they're saying or doing. Not a clue.
That's crazy. I'm not even a home owner yet, but I wouldn't like I don't see how people could think that, especially if they pay a mortgage.
Well, you got to remember too. Once you're debt free, housing market prices will no longer apply to you.
Oh yeah.
Housing market prices are for slaves. When you buy a house, you're gonna buy your house from a foreclosure or a tax lien. There's a million of them because they're all slaves.
Oh, I get it now. So it's because you debt free and you got it, so
Yeah,
you definitely can take advantage of people
correct.
who are in need for it.
Housing market prices don't matter no more. Blue book value of cars, that don't matter anymore because you're gonna be buying yourself a slave for half the price in cash.
Math. That's straight math.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense though, right there. I definitely appreciate you putting me on and giving me some gems about it. But definitely after I get done running errands, I'm definitely gonna hit you up on the back end so you
All
can
right, man.
put me on game.
You're welcome. I got the blueprint. Whenever you're ready, man. I can save you light years of time.
Oh yeah, and that's what I need because I love to like get ahead, whether it's from books or whether it's from somebody with wisdom like you, and just it'll save me years, and help me become like the best I could be, and hopefully
Put
for
it this
many
way,
others.
man. Once you come over here, I'm gonna change your life forever. You're gonna be thanking me for the rest of your life.
Appreciate that
Yeah,
definitely
you're
because
welcome.
it's stuff that not too many people could like look at,
Nope. They can't see it.
and it's the Matrix, and that keeps on coming in my head because I love that movie, and it's just
Me
so
too.
crazy.
I've
Yeah,
always
Morpheus, Nico, and all that. It just
yeah.
you see it, but you don't see it.
I went to the movie theater to see that movie. I went to the movie theater and I remember thinking to myself as I watched it, I was like, what if that's real? Now I know it's real.
And it's real, yeah. And that was like in 1998, I believe.
1999.
Not in 1999. See, I was like 4 years old.
God damn.
Been harassing my mom to get that VHS. I still got it in my dang room, man.
That
I've been
is
harassing
funny.
her.
That is funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I'm telling you. I'm a diehard fan. I love those type of movies, and
yeah.
I'll forever watch. It's like nostalgia to me. So
Trust me,
yeah.
I promise you this. Once you come over here and you become debt free, you will be Morpheus, Neo, whoever you choose, because they can't see you.
Oh yeah, that is true.
They can't see me, they can't hear me. No, but the slaves can't hear a word I'm saying.
Oh okay. So I got a question. Who you think are the Agent Smiths?
Uh I think the part of of the agents trying to stop you, I think that's just something made up. I don't think there's so much room over here. There's room for everybody. There's no room for, you don't have to cheat anybody. You don't have to steal. You don't have to backstab. There's plenty of room for everybody here.
Yeah.
They're not the only thing that is stopping slaves from crossing over. All they got to do is just believe in math, and then they can cross over. That's it.
Yeah. So in my perception, I believe the Agent Smith is their self.
Oh, that's a good, you know what? Oh, I never looked at it that way. You're right.
Yeah. It's like when
You're
they try
right.
to do change and then
That
that
is
their self
themselves.
just pulling back. Yeah. That's why I
You're
believe my
right.
perception.
Oh, I mean, that really does say the same thing I'm saying, but I didn't look at it from that direction. Oh, I believe that. Okay, it's themselves.
Yeah, themselves stopping it. Yeah. And
You're
that's because
right.
I tell you I love that movie. I'll tell you I just be all those sci-fi, not even sci-fi, but those realistic in the future movies I be into, and I try to compare it to like, day-to-day life.
You are right. That is themselves. You are right. That makes total sense. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, again, I appreciate you for having me on your panel. I definitely gonna hit you back up on the back end. Yeah. So peace and love, brother.
All right, man. Thank you. Thanks for jumping on.
All right.
All right, that was good. I like that.